Rainbow magic.
Are you ready? Let's go. 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. 2 plus 2 is equals to 4. 4 plus 4 is equals to appreciate yourself, appreciate yourself.
Little Einsteins is an edutainment company that focuses on STEM learning, and STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math. What we basically do is we teach children in those 4 categories in a very hands-on, real-life application way, so that the material actually sticks with them rather than in a theoretical manner. We focus on practical way. Definitely its application. If you look at the world over right now, what is being recognized and being identified is innovators. We've reached a point where we're actually into a new cycle of innovation, and that could be because of a lot of things happening in the world today, whether it's population increase, scarcity of resources. People who are innovators are ahead of the game. So we want to teach our children to learn how to innovate from a very early stage, and to do so by actually even using the things at home. How do I use the materials that I find in my house to create something different? It sets them up for an advantage than everybody else.
Equipping children with practical skills is a major milestone a child can use in the future. Einstein's company offers children with science-based skills in the field of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. During the practicals, the children's safety is key, as they wear protective gears to avoid any injury in the laboratory.
So most of our chemicals that we use are found in the kitchen at home. So you have your vinegar, you have your baking soda and those kinds of things. But we do have protective gear for the children. So they have gloves, they have lab coats, they have goggles. So they're always protected at all times when doing these experiments. Some of the chemicals we use have reactions. So you could, if something poured on you, for instance, it could give you like an itching sensation, or a little bit of a burning sensation, just because the chemicals are reacting with each other, depending on the mix we use. So that is why we need those gloves, those goggles, because if something splashes in your eye like vinegar, it'll burn a little bit. But so the protective gear is what we use to prevent that from happening and to keep our children safe.
Teachers have been trained on first aid skills and can administer whenever need arises.
We are trained in first aid, so everybody on our team is trained on first aid, from the very top all the way to the very bottom. Everybody is trained, and the team was here just in case the child falls down.
Extraordinary emergency.
So for our experiments, we don't have very dangerous experiments to where we'll need an ambulance to take the children away. But because it's muddy, it's slippery, and it's a big event, this is why we called the big guns in.
Sessions are interactive, as the teachers relate friendly with the children during the learning process.
Never a dull moment. It is so much fun. We are both mothers, and I'm telling you, these children, there's no one word to describe them. They are full of wonder. They ask questions and they know so much, because people ask us all the time, how do you have children from 18 months, so young, to 12 years? And you'd be surprised what these kids grasp at a very early age. 18-month-olds, we work to 3 years old, we work on their sensorial experience. So they're touching, they're feeling, they're seeing, they're smelling, and that kind of thing. So that's how they're learning that science is all around them, and science is what basically runs the world.
Conservation of our environment is our responsibility. The material and resources used are environment friendly.
So we actually, environmental science is also one of the spheres of teaching that we teach in Einsteins, because even as we are creating innovators and inventors, we want to make sure that these children are also environmentally responsible. I think where we are as a planet is because we have not been environmentally responsible. So we want to raise children who understand the importance of taking care of the environment. So it starts within the lab, like we're saying, that we do use materials which can be found at home, so are generally safe for the children to feel and touch, but we protect them either way, to even the outdoor, where we teach them about the environment and we teach them about taking care of the environment, whether it's simple things like recycling, to other things like plant care, animal care. We want them to understand that they're just a little part of the bigger part of the world. So we do focus on environmental learning very much so.
The Science Fair is an annual event where children showcase their science projects. Little Einsteins have added a new program to cater for the children with special needs.
We are actually open throughout the year. The Science Fair is an annual event, and it's like our premier event for the year. It's where we actually showcase what the children who come to Little Einsteins have been doing, and also invite other children to come and participate as well. So the rest of the year, we actually run other programs. We offer Little Einsteins in schools as a science camp or science club program. We're in 18 different schools in the Nairobi and Greater Nairobi area. We also offer labs within our facility here in Lavington. We have our after school programs. Those happen after 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so kids come from after school. Then we also have our Saturday programs. Then of course, when most schools are on break, we now have what we call our holiday camp sessions. Our holiday camp sessions run mornings or afternoons, so 9 to 12 or 2 to 5. So the next holiday camp session that's starting is in April, and each week that we have holiday camp, we theme it to a certain theme to do with one of the sciences, one of the STEM, either science, technology, engineering, and math, and we focus on activities for the kids based on that theme.
And we also have homeschoolers coming into the lab during regular school sessions. So as we're going to other schools, we have a large number of children who are homeschooled here in Nairobi. So they come into our lab. And here recently, we started a new program for our special needs kids. So special needs, we also have a specific program for them on Monday from 9 to noon and on Thursday from 9 to noon.
The founders shared an inspiration. Why Little Einstein? For Mtoto News TV, I'm Karen Mikama.
We're mompreneurs. Yes. We do this because it's a solution for our children. In terms of when we went to school, we didn't enjoy the sciences. Just let you know, she's my business partner, but we've been friends for 20 plus years. Yes. And we went to high school together, and we did not enjoy the sciences.
We didn't do well in them either.
Yes. So for us, we wanted a solution for our children, whereby we're not being forced to cram things to pass an exam, but you understand the basic concept to do with the earth, simply because it's fun to figure out how things work, how things fit, why does this tire not fit into this space, that sort of thing. So we wanted a solution for our kids, and hopefully we've provided a solution for other parents.